Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to season 5 of the Fearless Female podcast. I still get excited and chills from talking about this new shift in the podcast. It's very exciting. So we're officially at episode 2 of this new season, new vibe, and I am jumping in here ahead of the game, getting ready to leave for a Disney cruise. I am beyond excited. I am definitely like a 5-year-old excited about, their Disney vacation. Like, mom and dad surprise them with the we're going to Disney. Like, I am at that level of excitement. I am way long overdue for a vacation. But any Disney vacation for me is so exciting. I haven't been on a Disney cruise in about 10 years, so super excited about that. If you haven't gone on a Disney cruise, highly recommend them. They are so fun. And I'm so excited about this vacation that and I'm sure I probably do this for every vacation, but this time I kind of went overboard. I spent hundreds of dollars on new clothes like Disney t-shirts and a Disney sweatshirt and Mickey earrings and a Mickey lanyard, because on the cruise you need a lanyard. I mean, just everything Mickey. I bought new bathing suits. I bought new shoes, new earrings, because I have this obsession with earrings right now. Like, I have so many. I just love going shopping for earrings, and just tons of new toiletries, because you need all new toiletries when you go on vacation, because that's, I don't know what you do. You would think I was going to live on the Queen Mary 2 for 6 months. I'm going to be on a boat for 5 days and 4 nights, and it would appear it's okay. If I have to stay on the ship longer, I'm well prepared. I just love traveling. I do. And since I haven't really been on a true vacation in over a year, I'm just giving myself permission to act like this is the one and only trip I've ever taken in my entire lifetime. I'm just going to go above and beyond, because there are so few moments in life that we really, really, really get to be excited. And so I'm giving myself that. But, it's been a bit overwhelming. My bedroom, my couch, my countertop, it's filled with packages of new things to be washed, things to be sewn, things to be packed. And I'm in avoidance mode right now. I've done a lot of packing, but I don't want to finish the rest because that's just overwhelming. So I thought, hey, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to chat with you all instead. So I've really been thinking about, there was this moment a few weeks ago. So I had set out to attempt to be very intentional about this summer. I knew I was going on a cruise, but I also wanted to spend more time doing things for myself, like dating myself. So going to the pool, enjoying different parks, discovering what I like to do and what I want to do. And that was the intention of my summer, because a lot of times summer comes and it's gone, and I've missed the entire summer, and I don't even know what happened. I was I didn't even go outside. And I know in Texas it's kind of hot in the summer. We're at 102 degrees, so Texas is kind of hard to do all the traditional East Coast summer things I did as a kid. But I think it was just a great intention to have. This is going to be the summer of me. But we just get caught up in the day-to-day responsibilities and our careers and businesses and relationships. And sometimes it feels like we're in this productivity mode, and we forget to look up and ask ourselves, is this even what we want? Are we having fun yet? Are we enjoying this short little life we're gifted? We're so in go, go, go mode and reacting, to something that happens, and, oh, I've got to get the car fixed, and I got to do this and I got to do that, right? And all of a sudden you look up, the summer's over, and your life is, passing you by, So here I am, I set this intention, and as the saying goes, the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. It's the story of my life. Things haven't gone as planned. We are at July 29th right now. And I set the intention, but never made the plans. And so a couple of weeks ago, I was I was actually kind of thrown off because I had this full day ahead of me where I had no clients, no appointments, nothing on the calendar. And I was like, this is it. This is my day. It is all about me. I am going to do the things I want to do, which is great. We all need a like treat yourself day. If you watch Parks and Recreation, like that reference is, treat yourself. We all need a day to do that. So I woke up. I sat on the couch and like quiet. I had no TV on, no music on. It's my favorite thing to do. And I opened my journal and I asked myself, what do I want to do today? World is my oyster. I can do anything. And this is where it became so frustrating because I learned something very, very important about myself. Everything that came to mind was a should. I should go to the pool because that's what people do, right? I could go to the movies because people are always talking about going to the movies and there's all these movies out and people are going to the movies. I should go see the movies, right? I should work out, right? I should go for a long walk. I should go to the gym because apparently that's what everybody's addicted to right now. The gym, hiking, all that. And I started to realize that my actions, even the things like when it came to fun and leisure, were tied to other people's expectations or what I would tell people I did. And I had to ask myself, if no one's looking and no one knew what I was going to do or what I was doing, what would I do? Like, what would you do? If nobody's looking, nobody knows what you're doing, what would be the thing you do? And I had no idea. I had no idea what was actually fun for me. Like, I just sat there and I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what I like to do anymore. And I couldn't believe that something so fun as deciding what I wanted to do with my free time could be so overwhelming and hard. I mean, if you asked my 5-year-old self what I would do, I would have listed off millions of things. And I think about how often we actually get to do the things we want to do that aren't tied to some kind of outcome. Making somebody else happy, doing something because someone else wants to do it. Doing it because other people are doing it. Doing it because it has to be something you post on social media. Like, there's a lot of things that we do that are just tied to some kind of outcome. And I do this all the time. I say yes to doing things I don't want to do. I was just messaged my coach about this. I'm like, I'm always saying yes, and then I cross my own boundaries, and now I have no time to do the things I want to do. Not that I know what I want to do, but I don't have time to even do them. And like for years, when I, in my business, I used Instagram to market, and I did things to post on Instagram, right? And I don't think initially the idea was I was going to do this thing I'm going to post on Instagram, but then it became something that like I have to show my life on Instagram. And then things became filtered through being Instagram worthy. I had to have the great picture. So instead of enjoying the moment of doing the thing I was doing, I had to get a picture and it had to be perfect. Ugh, it makes me sick to even think about right now. So anyway, a few weeks ago, I'm sitting on the couch and I literally sat there and would think of something I could do. And I realized it's a should because other people were talking about doing these things or saw it on Instagram or for it's what people do in the summertime. But what did I want to do? If I was never going to tell anybody and no one knew about it, what would I choose to do? I mean, honestly, sometimes I think I just want to sit on my balcony and read a book. And that's all I want to do. And maybe that's it. But I don't do that often because that isn't living life, right? I feel like, obviously this is my experience and my journey, somewhere along the way, I was like, what is living life? Is it enough to just sit on my balcony and read a book all day? And then could I just love watching movies from home and reading books and doing paint by numbers? Is that okay? Is that okay if that's what I find joyful? And one of my things is I would love to get married one day and I would love to date. Well, you can't meet anybody if you're on a balcony, and you can't meet anybody if you're on your couch watching a movie, and you can't meet anybody if you're doing paint by numbers in your kitchen, right? And so like that was another filter. Well, how can I do the things I love if then I wouldn't meet anybody? I'm not going to make friends by sitting on my balcony reading a book. And this just took me on this like wild journey through my life. And it took me back to when I was in elementary school, where everything that happened starting at that age really shaped how I thought about myself, how I thought about myself in relation to the world and to others. And the filter it created that took me 30-something years to work through. So when I was in elementary school, I was this little girl, had the cutest little curls. I always wanted to wear dresses, no pants, always had to be in a dress. And I just was that little kid that wanted to have fun and play. I didn't care about, I didn't understand or know about societal norms or who the cool kids were, what outfit I should be wearing, what's the trends. I just wanted to ride my bike, play Barbies, play tag, play on the playground, play dolls, listen to music. Like I don't know if I was like sheltered or if I lived in like his own little bubble, but I was teased and bullied. I was made fun of and nobody wanted to play with me. And I remember in 4th grade, I had this friend, Jen, and we would play on the playground and we would hang out. And I remember going to her house once for a sleepover. We did like the Ouija board. You know how you like have those memories? I remember her parents had like a waterbed, and that was a like fun experience to like jump on the waterbed, whatever. I don't think we were supposed to jump on it, but whatever. And then the next day after that sleepover, she claimed she was never friends with me. And then she became friends with the bullies, the people that would make fun of me. But all I wanted was to fit in. That's all I wanted. And I think that's when it all started, filtering everything I did and how I experienced this world through this lens of, does this make me fit in? Is this what everybody else is doing? Is this cool? Is this what fun looks like? Is this something that will trigger somebody to make fun of me? Because I didn't want to do things that I might like to do, but people would think I was weird. So I became the ultimate should girl, following all the rules, all the trends, all the things people were doing. It took me 30-something years to realize I was doing it. And looking back now, I checked all the boxes. People go in the pool in the summer. Hiking is something people like doing. Oh, people like visiting that park. Great, I'll do that. I should want to go to a festival, right? Because that's what people do. Does this make my life look dreamy and right and successful? Will doing these things mean I'm happy and joyful? Because that's what everybody seems to be happy and joyful doing. Right? I was checking all the boxes that everybody else was doing. I stopped playing Barbies at a certain age because people didn't do that anymore. I listened to certain time music because people, I remember, I don't think I ever told people I love doing puzzles. And I used to do them in my room all the time. I don't think I ever told people I did that because I wouldn't want people to think like, that's not fun. That's not cool. I remember in my 20s, I loved doing cross stitch. And I had this chair from IKEA that I would sit in my Brooklyn apartment, and I would do cross stitch. And the guy I was dating was like, "You're such a grandma. That's what grandmas do." And those are the things that stick with me. And in so many ways, have you ever seen the movie The Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts, where she kind of morphs into whoever she's dating and whoever, her fiance is? And, one guy likes scrambled eggs, so she likes scrambled eggs. One guy likes fried eggs, so she likes fried eggs. Just when she's with that person. One guy is an outdoor guy. He's a football coach, and, he does hiking and outdoorsy stuff. And so she now likes it. And with each guy that she dates and then eventually, gets engaged to, she adopts their likes and desires and hobbies. And I sometimes feel like that, especially now that the world has gotten so noisy and social media is showing you how you should live, what you should buy, the dreamy beach life you should desire to live, which I never understood. Because why are you bringing your laptop computer onto the beach? Like, sand and electronics do not go well together, people. But anyway, I digress, right? Like, I look and I'm like, am I living my life right? Which, by the way, side note, is also, I don't know if ironic is the right word. I never use that word correctly, but my whole coaching is about helping women live life their own way. And I'm still I am a work in progress, right? But it's really easy to feel disconnected to what we want and to even know what that is and even to be able to define it for ourselves. And I feel like I am there right now. I even think about like how we're pulled just in so many directions, people needing us to do things, employers needing something from us, obligations with families and, general adult responsibilities. Most are things that we feel obligated to do or that we have to do. And, or even like, well, we can't do what we really want to do, so we're going to adjust what we want to do kind of thing, right? But it's not necessarily what we choose. And it's like especially me, we have kind of weakened our decision-making muscles. Like we weakened our connection to and our inner voice to like, speak up about what we really want to do and be able to make those decisions and speak up and be able to decide that that's what we're going to do instead. I mean, I just keep asking myself the question, what do I even like? And I think also, we evolve our whole lives. And so we're ever changing and our likes are ever changing and our passions are ever changing. And you're married, you're in a relationship, you're around people, right? Like you are living different lives and life changes and maybe you're in different cities and maybe, all that kind of impacts, what we like to do 10 years ago might be different now. And so I think we need to be in the practice of asking, what do I even like? And then who am I away? I've been asking this question to myself. Who am I away from everybody else? If I am not a massage therapist, a coach, a daughter, an aunt, a sister, a friend, a neighbor, I said coach already, who am I? How do I shape my life so it feels good for me right now and who I am today with this identity? Do I even like going in the pool? Which, by the way, I actually do not prefer to go in the pool because they always make me feel cold. Like, why is pool water so cold? Even if it's heated, it still seems cold. And either the water is cold or I get out of the pool and I'm cold. And I don't like to be cold. Do I even like coffee shops? I mean, I do, but I don't drink coffee anymore. So that like kind of went away. I used to like coffee shops when they had couches. Do you remember when coffee shops were first really big? They always had like cozy couches and little nooks. And now it's all just tables and chairs. Like I'm going there to be cozy. If I'm reading a book, I do not want to sit on a hard wooden chair at a wooden table. I want to be sitting on a couch somewhere. Side note. But do I even like exercising? I've had this whole conversation with myself. No, I don't. I like Pilates and I like walking. And I'm like, so why am I doing all the other things? Why am I lifting heavy weights if I don't like it? I can add weights to my Pilates, but I don't like, why am I doing things I don't like to do? But anyway, like when no one's looking and when it doesn't matter and when I don't have to do things, like I don't have to exercise in order to gain muscle so that I don't gain weight, whatever. If that's not a thing, what do I like doing? That one question in my journal that one morning really left me thinking about who I am and what I like right now. And I'm determined to be able to answer that question. If I have an entire day free to do anything, what am I doing? And I think it's probably why so many days that I have off and I have nothing on my calendar, I don't do anything. One, because I'm exhausted, because how often do we have nothing to do? But I don't know myself well enough to know what I want to do. So I sit there and I'm like, I could do anything in the world that I want to do right now. And I'm paralyzed by it. It is so overwhelming because I just don't know. I haven't sparked my passion flame yet for this era of my life. So I decided that on my cruise, to start my exploration, I am going to think a little differently. I'm going to be open about doing things and reflect on whether I like them or not. My niece and nephew, they want me to go on this big water slide on the cruise. It's intimidating to me. And I originally said no because I think I don't like them. But younger me used to go on water slides all the time. Like we used to go to like Typhoon Lagoon and we went to Hershey Park and they had like, water stuff like Disney has water stuff, right? So do I like them? Do I not like them? Is it a fear that I've grown into as I got older because fast moving water? This one kind of, I think, swings out. I think I might be wrong, but I think it swings out a little bit over the boat. Or do I just need to reconnect to my 12-year-old self and just do it? Is it because I don't like being in a swimsuit, that I don't like the pool and I don't like the water slide? Is that why? But do I like it if the swimsuit didn't matter? So I'm going to spend the month of August. I'm going away the first week of August. And I'm going to journal. I want this life, as we all should, to be fun. It should be exciting and filled with things we love to do. Like, we should be living our lives backwards from the way we're living now, right? Right now, it's like, I have to go to work. I have to schedule that in first. And obviously we do. I get it. But like, it's always the responsibilities that come first and never the leisure and the pleasure. Well, that's just so stupid. If money wasn't a thing, we didn't have to worry about money and life just like we just ate from the trees and whatever, like we didn't need to buy anything. Would you be going to work? Probably not, right? Like you would be doing fun stuff. So I want it to be exciting. I want it to be filled with things I love doing. We should all do that. And I want to challenge you to kind of come on this journey with me because, you know, we're all always so busy being productive and riding the hustle wave. And I just ask, are we even curating a life that aligns with who we are right now? Like, how often is that inner spark sparked, right? That inner excitement that, you know, we used to get so excited about playing board games and playing with Barbies and listening to the radio or listening to our records or whatever, you know, like, are we doing more of that stuff that ignites that in us? Or have we forgotten who she is? Do we know ourselves well enough to know what we love? You know, do we, you know what kind of classes we'd like to take? Are we doing the art? Are we going dancing? Or maybe we want to learn golf, go to bars, go to book clubs, go snowshoeing, right? Do we even know ourselves well enough to know and do more of what we love? Life is too short to be going through the motions and settling for moments of joys here and there. Oh, maybe I'll look forward to the next vacation. You know, giving our power away to other people and society. And I feel like it's just our life to claim and create our own way. But we kind of have to know ourselves. That's what I love about journaling, right? It is just a way for us to get to know ourselves. And I think so many of us are so lost in the current of life and reacting to life that we've disconnected and lost ourselves. And we don't ask ourselves the questions because a lot of times we just I don't have time to do something fun. So why even ask what I'd want to do? And I feel like we need to get away from that because we create our time. And I know when I started going on this journey of like, I need more time for myself, and I started to look at my life, like a lot of the things I thought I should be doing, right, that I needed to keep in my life and I needed to do that were taking up so much time, when I actually stopped doing them, I didn't miss them. It was a story I told myself. There is always, always room to be playful and to enjoy life. So I crafted 24 journal questions, journal prompts to reflect on this month. 24, like I have one question for each day. And then the rest of the month, after the 24 days, it's all about leading ourselves to take what came up in the journaling and take action where needed. So I'm going to put the 24 questions, the journal prompts, in the podcast description for you to, to also use, because I'm going to be using them. So I want you to have access to them, to, and grab one. You don't have to do them in order. Grab a specific one, close your eyes and be like, choose a number, like 1 to 24, and be like, okay, that's the one I'm going to do today. Have fun with it. Let's all just really connect to what we really want. I think a lot of times we're so focused on the struggle and so focused on what we don't want, we don't leave room for what we want. So I just feel like summer is like the perfect time to do this. It's like summer is a symbol of joy and relaxation and fun and ease and playfulness. Like, when you're a kid and you had off in the summer and you're like, yeah, woohoo, summer camp. I didn't go to summer camp. But all the pool time and the board games and the playing outside, like all that fun stuff. I just feel like there's no better time to reconnect to our inner child, our inner selves, our inner heart and soul, and that joyful energy just waiting to be ignited more and more in our lives. And I'm approaching this journey with like this filter, like through a filter of, I have all the time in the world and no one is looking. What am I doing with my time and energy? What would I want to do? What does that look like? Like some of the prompts are like, what is my summer bucket list? How can I take more time away from screens, and enjoy nature and the world more? What memories do you have of the past that make you feel warm and fuzzy about who you were, and what you were doing? Just simple questions like that to reflect on. So I'm dropping them in the podcast description for you. I will be doing this journey with you. I packed my journal already. So anyway, yes, I just wanted to pop in and share this little insight with you. Maybe you resonated, maybe you don't. Side note, I just realized some of you are like in Australia or somewhere in the world where it is not summer right now. So if you're listening to this when it comes out and it's summer and it's winter, winter is also a playful time too. Winter's also about joy and fun activities like snowshoeing and skiing and ice skating, all things I do not do, but look fun. I didn't mind ice skating. I just was not very good at it, and I was scared I was going to slice myself with the blades, but a side note. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, thank you for joining along and letting me reflect out loud on this aha moment that I had. So anyway, I will see you all when I get back from vacation. Have a good one. Bye.